Hello, everyone. Hope all is well with you. We're glad you're back to the crypto channel. As you may have guessed from the title, we're going to talk about everything there is to know about XRP. Thank you all for your help. If you look at the market as a whole, you can see that some coins have started to lose value over the last few hours. It's clear that Tuesday morning is coming up. And if you look at the market as a whole, you can confirm this. However, we shouldn't forget about the progress that has been made. There are a lot of fun and beautiful things to do. The price of XRP is now $228.00, which is up about 1. Before you invest any money in cryptocurrency, you should always do your own research, just like you would with any other investment. The number of searches that are now shown on Google Trends is the first thing I'd like to talk about. In the past week, there has been a small rise in the number of searches conducted on Google Trends. In the moments before everyone starts jumping around and getting excited, there are a lot of people looking for XRP. Believe it or not, that hasn't been the case for the past 3 months. Over that time, we've stayed very, very low in terms of what people from all over the world are looking for because of XRP. What exactly does this show us? It shows that there isn't much interest from retailers right now. No interest at all. To put it more simply, it shows that there is no interest in the market, even though interest from retailers is always there, but it's not even close to what we saw in the fourth quarter and first quarter of this year. We shouldn't ignore those things because they're very important, but that during what's happened in the cryptocurrency markets over the past 2.5 weeks is also something we know about. The market did go up, and as you know, Bitcoin is usually the main reason for market gains. The market went up again, just to be clear. Many people are in a position of power because Bitcoin has been trying to enter the 23.6% fib zone. Bitcoin's price has gone up and altcoins are now strongly linked to Bitcoin's price, which means altcoins are still making huge gains. The current overall run, on the other hand, is being driven by institutional interest. The market is still going up, which I'm sure doesn't scare anyone, but that's okay. Enough of that. Let's move on to the news. There is some important news from Canada. Now is the time to recognize the Canadians who are here with you. Everyone here is very important to me. These are the things you saw for yourself. It was a busy day for Canada. Mark Carney, who is currently serving as Prime Minister of Canada and was previously the Governor of the Bank of England and was known for keeping his cool when he spoke out against Bitcoin, led the Liberal Party to victory in the election of 2025. He has promised to make Canada a leader in new technologies. Take a guess at what's going on right now. Last year, we saw Donald Trump win the election. Mark Carney and his supporters won the election for President of the United States. I know that some Canadian fans won't be happy about this because I've read that some people won't be happy about it. But you know what? He won now. As I already said, I won't talk about my personal political views when it comes to crypto statistics. However, this is a very important finding because it shows that someone has a good view of crypto. You already know that with Mark Carney in charge, the rules that govern the cryptocurrency business in the US are becoming clearer. Is this something that I think it's actually going to happen? I know the time for crypto again, but it's a big choice. So let's wait and see what happens. Leave a comment below with your own ideas and opinions. If you're from Canada, please let me know what you think about the following. BlackRock bought 10,360 Bitcoin worth a total of $979,000 on April 28th through the Bitcoin Exchange Traded Fund ETF. It was the second largest amount of money ever added to the fund since it was created. At the time, most people were focused on other things, so the big players are keeping their Bitcoins to themselves. While still important, institutions with strong financial means people are buying Bitcoin as quickly as they can. BlackRock is definitely a buyer and it has an opinion. The fact that grayscale or weakheads exist is something that I find funny. Take a look at this through QR code lines and virtual ID numbers. FOMO Pay, which works with MasterCard and is a Ripple payments partner, does not accept SWIFT routing numbers. Ripple doesn't work with a wide range of businesses, both small and large. It's easy to see what kinds of businesses they usually work with. Their client list includes some big names like MasterCard, With this information, you can figure out where the blockchain business has the most room to grow. Naturally, since demand is rising, it's easy to see how Ripple can step in and solve the problem. To put it another way, it's really very interesting. The answer is yes, according to Zoom. We are still in a bull market. Don't get scared. I've been saying this on my show every single day since the beginning, even before Zoom made the statement. Even though the market dropped a lot, it was clear to me that we were still in a bull market. Yeah, people told you were crazy for saying that. Once again, we find ourselves at the 23.6% level of the Fibonacci sequence. As you know, everyone is having a great time, a wonderful time right now. Just now, as I'm writing this, I noticed that some people have left comments. And while I normally don't like to name names, I thought it was funny that even though it was clear that the market was going down, I kept saying that in general, we were still in a bull market. I'm crazy to think we're in a bull market, said some of the people who are now known as the Moon Boys, which is something I still find funny. Anyway, don't worry about what might happen. We are moving in the right direction. When it comes to cryptocurrencies, the market is still going up, even though there is still a lot of value in these. Well, if we do manage to break through an all-time high for Bitcoin, it's possible that altcoin season will start right after that. This is because power is rising so quickly. There's no reason I can think of that would stop Bitcoin from starting to rise to its all-time high first. But let's look at this. Citi said last year that we are in the middle of a transition that will only happen once in our lifetimes. The banking system is being rebuilt. With a digital